Hi, Patricia. First want to tell you how much I appreciate your friendship, and if you ever need anything, you just let me know. There's not much I could do over here across the pond, as they say, but I really appreciate that you've been so supportive, and so just let me know if you ever need any kind of reading or anything at all. Okay. Um, I did basically what's called an ongoing relationship read. It's in the first card. It's about the past relationship is the Seven of Wands, and well, you're a reader. You know that I'm interpreting that as it's not been ideal. It's been less than ideal, and there's just been a lot of it just looks according to the card that there's been some issues. Uh, and in the past of the relationship, you are like the Five of Swords, and that was right side up. It's kind of like you won victories in this relationship in the past, and although that might sound good, as you see how the rest of this read unrolls, it might be part of some issues. And it is interesting because when I do reads for people that I know, I always want to favor them, and when the read comes out in such a way that it doesn't favor them, it kind of bothers me. But I also think that I should be honest with what the cards said, because sometimes there are things that happen that we don't see from the inside looking out, but we can, someone from the outside looking in or from a different perspective, you might see. And sometimes these things are just unavoidable. It's not necessarily that they're mentally intended. It's not necessarily that they're done out of malice. Sometimes it's just the situation. And so when you look at the past for him, I see is the Knight of Cups reversed. So it's as if there's been this ideal turned on its head, and so this person that you're dealing with, in the past, it just looks like there's been it looks to me like there's a situation where you might have had the upper hand in some things, and that's kind of affected the dynamic of the relationship. At present, Justice reversed for you, and for him, Knight of Swords. And it's interesting that in his position, the Knight it's come up twice now. And of course, the Knight of the Swords is moving quickly. It's interesting because although it looks like there's some problems in the relationship, I'm not getting much negativity from this individual as much as I'm getting maybe overreaction to where you're at or something of that nature. I'm not quite sure how that's working out. But at any rate, the relationship at present is a Ten of Cups reversed. And, in my deck, the Ten of Cups is this, wonderful image of a family, on the grounds of a castle. And it's just, it makes me wonder, the vibration I get is I even have to wonder if maybe there are family issues that are affecting the relationship. And as we go moving forward, Four of Pentacles for you, and for him is the Two of Pentacles reversed. So it looks like you're holding on maybe more than you need to be. Maybe there's some breathing room that needs to be allowed. And it just looks like there's a resistance of motion on his part. The direction the relationship is going is the Queen of Swords, which is I don't think it bodes well. I think it's it just doesn't look real positive, and the moon reversed is the outcome. So as I tell everybody, you know, there's A, I just could flat be wrong about things. I'm not an expert. And B, a lot of times when you get a read that isn't favorable, that doesn't necessarily mean you're stuck with that outcome. It could very well be that these are the, you know, this information could give you the indicators to know what to do. You know, it looks to me like maybe you want to loosen up and not hold on so tightly, and give some space. And you know, it's really not spelled out in the reading, but it seems like just, I mean, the giving some space might be. I see that in the reading. At the same time, you might also, I don't know what the communication with this individual is like, but you might want to, in a very low-key way, you know, in a very, you know, very played down way, without it looking like you're hanging on too tightly. Just just open up some communication. You know, it does look like you feel like there's some injustice happening, but at the same time, I also really get the feeling that there's something from his point of view you're not seeing, and maybe that needs to be talked out for this to work out. But at present, you know, like I say, it looks like you've got a lot of work to do, and it doesn't look favorable. So, you know, I hope it does work out for you somehow. You've got, you know, a perspective now that you might not have had before, and that could make the difference. So, good luck to you in this, and once again, if you need anything, just let me know, okay?